Hey guys, how are you? I just wanted to hop on here and talk about some of the seeds that I'm starting for vegetables, for my vegetable garden, and I'm going to do a little bit more this year with pots. If you have other things that you're growing from seed that you want to put down there that I'm not growing, let me know. I'm game. I always try and grow 1 to 2 new things in the garden every year as far as vegetables go. So first of all, we're going to start off with peppers. I've got my little piles here. First, before I start, I'm growing these for the first time, and they're microgreens. And so I have it set up in my basement. I'll show you a picture on the screen of when I put it together. It only took 2 days to start seeing growth, and now they're really getting big, and so I'm really excited about that. I've never grown them before. I'm excited to put them in salads and smoothies, and I mean, sky's the limit really with what you can use them for. But I am growing red Russian kale and arugula microgreens. So I'll update you on that. And I've got my trusty coffee here. It's been kind of a long day. This one I got from Proven Winners, Fire Away Hot and Heavy. They're more of a bush pepper, snacking pepper, but they're hot. I love hot, spicy foods, but I can't always handle hot, spicy foods. So I tend to put the hot varieties of peppers in a salsa or something mixed with other things because I've turned into kind of a wuss. But these are really cool. I grew them last year, but I'm sure it's entirely my fault. They didn't do well. I did not have a good year for peppers in general, whether it was sweet peppers, jalapenos. It was very rainy all spring, cooler, maybe they just didn't get the hot temperatures that they need. The next one, I got a pack of seeds from my local garden center, and they're just jalapenos. I kind of cut the top off. I didn't actually even grow any last year because we still had quite a bit in the freezer, which is nice. So anything that I can grow that then I can freeze is super helpful to me. I don't have to blanch them or anything. I can just cut them up, remove the seeds if I want, or freeze them all, and then we're good to go. These seeds I got from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. They're nocturne peppers. They're actually sweet. They average 3 to 4 inches in length. They start out green and then they turn into a deep obsidian color. And then finally to crimson. So there's a sticker that says overpacked due to low germination rate, 40%. So with this one, I did put 3 to 4 seeds in each cell, where normally I just put 2 seeds. And so I'm anxious to see if these are going to turn out, but they're beautiful, aren't they? They're just gorgeous. Not that that's necessarily the point, but it's always nice. All right, so then this next one I got from Royer Seeds, which is close to us in Pennsylvania. It's a tricolor mini stuffing pepper. They come in all those colors, which I'm excited to try. I had not tried these before. They're sweet peppers. They kind of stand upright, almost like a bell pepper, only they're minis. So you can hollow out the core and then stuff them with whatever. They'd be really cute as little appetizers, or you could do stuffed peppers. They'd be small, but you could still do it. So I'm interested. I'm really hoping the peppers turn out this year, because that was such a bummer last year. All right, the next one, also from last year, red bell pepper, just your average run-of-the-mill red bell pepper. And my last one, I don't have the sweet green bell pepper. for some reason, every year I overlook getting those seeds, but I need to pick some up and start some. The next one I got from Burpee Seeds, it's hot pepper, hot salsa blend. So there is Anaheim, Hungarian wax, long slim red cayenne, jalapeno, and ancho peppers, all of them in here. So we'll see what we get. Hopefully a smattering of all of them. All right, on to, I did 2 herbs. One is basil. I got these from Johnny's Seeds. You can direct seed them, but I've always grown them inside. The next one is parsley, which you can also direct sow after danger of frost. The days to germination is 14 to 21 days, or you can start inside 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. So I'm a little ahead of schedule, being that today is the first day of March, but I can just pot it up into larger pots and just use it in my kitchen until I want to take it outside. The one seed that I did start from Burpee Seeds that I don't normally start inside is cucumbers. The only reason I did these cucumbers, they're Merlin hybrids. They're only 5 to 7 inches long, and they're just a sweet snacking cucumber. The seeds are minimal. I hate seeds in cucumbers. It's a texture thing for me. It's probably very strange. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on those. The other 2 I have grown before from seed. I've got from Johnny's a hybrid yellow onion candy, sweet onions. I am not a fan of raw onion, and even when I cook, I don't cook with yellow onions. They're really strong to me. I know a lot of people, most people use them, and I grew up on them. But now I've discovered Walla Wallas, which is the other one, and candy. Now, because of their high sugar content, they don't store very well, but we tend to go through them really quickly, that it doesn't really seem to matter as much. And so I've got both. I'm going to be starting both of these from seed, and I mean, they get huge. I get really big onions from it, and they're delicious. They're so good. But again, they don't store very long like some of the others that don't have the high sugar content. But I don't care. I love them, and they're so good. I still don't eat them raw. I cannot deal with raw onion. Again, strangeness here, but I can't. And I wish I could, honestly, because, you know, all the salsas have it in them, and all this, you know, all this other really amazing food has, a lot of the Greek food that I love has a lot of raw onion in it. I get it, but I can't do it. I just can't do it. Anyway, moving right along, the next ones I have are tomatoes. I'm going crazy on the tomatoes this year. So I have, this one is from Eden Brothers. It's a organic tomato seed, the Brandywine. How gorgeous is that? Rutgers, also from Eden Brothers. 60 to 90 days maturity. And also you want to look on, when you're thinking about growing your tomatoes, you want to make sure you know how big they're going to get, especially if you just have a patio situation where you're growing your vegetables in pots. You need to know if they're determinate or indeterminate plants. So determinate plants means that their size is already determined before you plant them. So they're only going to get yay big, you know, however big it says on the packet, it's only going to get to that size, and then it will just keep producing fruit and it'll be wonderful. So I always get a determinate tomato plant to put in my daughter's little raised garden bed, because then I know that I'm not going to have to stake it. I'm not going to have to deal with it. She can just pull off the tomatoes right from it and just eat them. And she has a snack out there just with tomatoes. She loves tomatoes. Well, now she has a little brother who she has to compete with for who's going to get the tomatoes first. Indeterminate means that their size is not determined at all ahead of time. So you could be looking, I mean, they kind of give you a general idea on the seed packet, how tall they might get. But I mean, they can get upwards of 6 feet or taller. I mean, it just depends on the variety. But you have to stake those, because otherwise they will be flopped over on the ground, hanging. If you live in an apartment building and you have a balcony, your neighbors below you will be eating your tomatoes if you don't stake them. Okay, so and then you also really need to prune those indeterminate ones to get more fruit, better fruit, larger fruit. Because you get lots of suckers on the main stem and maybe a couple other larger stems that grow up in this plant as well. And the last one is it the last one? I can't remember if I might do. Anyway, in the last tomato, Roma tomatoes, I'm interested in trying my hand at tomato paste. And this is one of the few tomatoes that you can use to make tomato paste from. Okay, so that's it for my tomatoes. I've got a lot going on with tomatoes, and if I'm perfectly honest, tomatoes are not my favorite overall. But when I first started gardening, I always felt as though if I didn't grow tomatoes, it was some sort of sacrilege. So I've been growing them ever since, but I have a husband and 2 children that eat them like candy, so I can't stop now. The last one I'm going to do, and I'm going to start from seed, is, you can't see the top of it real well, but artichokes. I love to eat artichokes. They're just absolutely wonderful, and they go in just about everything. But I also want to grow a couple to where they grow their seed heads, or basically they grow purple hair on top of their heads. And so that is them going to seed, but they are so beautiful. They've got this gorgeous lavender, but a deep lavender purple head. And so I want to grow a couple of them just for that. And then they're good dried, and you can put them in silica to dry them, and they keep their color, and so they're really good for dried flower arrangements. So I want to give it a shot and see how it goes, since I'm really diving into growing more flowers this year for cut flowers. That's it. That is what I'm starting from seed. That is not all the vegetables that I'll be growing this year, but just the ones I'm starting from seed. Those are my vegetables, and I will also be doing a video on the flowers that I'm going to be starting, and also one on some of the ones that I'm not going to be starting from seed, but they're actually corms or they're bulbs or whatever. I'll be bringing that to you soon as well. Really excited about that. For my dahlias, I have tubers that I will show you what that's all about. And so I'm just so excited for this growing season. I hope you are too. I hope you're having a really great day. I hope this was helpful. Again, let me know in the comments what vegetables you're starting from seed. I'd love to know, and how you're doing with them. Till next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.